Are you like me and have multiple purposes for many spaces in your home? Well, today we are decluttering a couple of those hidden spaces in our dining room. I have this cabinet over here that I typically keep my scrapbooking items on, and yes, I do my scrapbooking on my dining room table, so that is a perfect place for me to have it. And then below the bottom part of my china hutch is where I keep all of our old photo albums. And I actually think that I would really like to swap those locations. So that is what we're working on today, along with a good strong declutter, especially of my scrapbooking items, which I haven't used for a while. I do have a plan to still do a few pages in my older daughter's baby book and my younger daughter's too. So we'll see if those things actually happen. If you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Carrie from Finding Value, and this is my channel about decluttering. I am going through 52 spaces in my home this year and decluttering them as much as I feel like I possibly can, so that at the end of this year we just have so much more room and space and can focus on those things that we truly value. The reason I want to swap these two spaces is because as you can see, the one space back here is a lot more visible. It has glass in this cabinet, and I think it would just look a little bit nicer to have the photo albums in here. And also I have been accessing these lately. Whenever it's somebody's birthday, I end up taking a few photos of old pictures and putting them on Facebook, and that's been kind of fun for me through this year, a way to connect with people that I haven't been able to see for a while. So I have been actually rummaging through our old photos quite a bit. The scrapbooking stuff I have not been using quite as often. I think that will be okay to have a little bit more hidden and still in the dining room and easy for me to pull out and use when I need to. So let me show you those spaces and how they look right now. This stand is essentially our TV stand, and we got it because it matched the color of our table and our hutch. We also needed a place for my scrapbooking items, so I thought it has actually worked really well over the years. It fits exactly what I have perfectly. I did happen to get this as a birthday present recently, so I want to keep at least some of the items that are in there. I think they're pretty usable, and go through what's in here and see what I can keep and what I don't need anymore. And hopefully it will work to transfer those items over to this closed part of the china hutch and hide them away a little bit better. I tend to keep my scrapbooking books in the bottom, the stickers and papers and accessories in the middle, and the top shelf is for those things that I still think that I may want to scrapbook, or extra finds that I find, like extra books or extra stickers that I just don't take the time to put away right away. So that's getting to look a little bit messy. I'll show you what we have inside the bottom of the hutch. This is where I have hidden my basket of papers, which is actually a really helpful system. I will link to my video about that above. But I also have a lot of photo albums in here. They're just stacked kind of oddly and a little bit hard to use, so we're going to try to organize those a little bit better on this open shelving. I'm going to start pulling all of the scrapbooking items out of here and trying to make room for those photo albums. I can already tell that there were a whole bunch of scrapbooks in here that had nothing in them. I know I'm not going to fill up multiple scrapbooks in the next few years, so I will have a few things to get rid of. Here is a huge tower of scrapbooks. Yes, a lot of these are full or at least partially completed, but there were, I'm thinking at least 3 to 5 of them in here that were empty and probably can leave. Now this shows that I do really like to scrapbook. I have completed many scrapbook pages in my lifetime, but I also know that my time limits have changed and I just don't have a lot of time to sit and scrapbook with children in the house. So, and isn't that kind of ironic, because I want to scrapbook their things more than anything else that I've ever wanted to scrapbook. So we will have to find the balance in that. One thing that I did years back that I was actually really hesitant to do is write the years that these pictures are from on the outside of the album. I just didn't really want to mess up the look of the albums, but I have never regretted it. I really love being able to easily at a glance see what year these pictures are from and skip over them if that's not what I'm looking for. So I would highly recommend this. Time to take out the photo albums and put them in order and see how they fit inside the old cabinet. I think I would really like to go from the bottom being the earliest photos and the top being the newest photos, because I have not really developed a lot of pictures recently, although I think that I would like to start doing some Shutterfly books, and they would easily fit here, kind of stacked up this way. So we will save those bigger, bulkier albums for the bottom. These albums actually have pictures of me teaching, so I am going to put them in my teaching bin. I think that I figured out how to fit everything. The only album that wouldn't fit was this one right here, and this really doesn't have a lot of meaning to me. There's a stamp collection in the beginning of it. I mean, I don't remember having a stamp collection, so that these, not important to me. I was keeping larger images in here that didn't typically fit in most photo albums, so the ones of those I want to keep, I think I'm just going to put in an envelope and be able to slide on this shelf pretty easily behind me. A small project has crept up on me that I wasn't anticipating while I'm decluttering. I have found a bunch of extra scrapbooks that I actually really do like, and a bunch of old scrapbooks that have things in them that I never really liked. I just used because I had them, they were free or very cheap. And so I think because these are things I do want to hold on to for a long time, I am going to swap out the books, keep the pages, and just try to transfer them into the new books that I like. So that might take a little while. There is a little bit of reason behind it. It's not just because they're old school, because I found this one that's definitely old school. It's just got the kind of paper cardboard pages in it, but that just definitely represents the time. A lot of these things are probably from the 80s and 90s, so I'm keeping this one as is. But again, like I said, I never really liked these other scrapbooks. So this one is just a little bit not my style. This is probably the one that's in the best shape though. So if I get bored and don't want to do this project, I'll probably just keep this one and get rid of this album. But this album is my daughter's baby scrapbook, but it is kind of falling apart in different places. So I think it's time to replace that with this one that says Adventure. I think that's kind of cute. And this is a really old style album. I have this cute one to replace it with. And I'll just be honest, I was never really that into Precious Moments. Sorry for those of you who love it, but I'd much rather have just kind of a more modern polka dot design. So I will transfer these into this. They are a little bit different size, so I might have to glue them onto some larger scrapbook paper, but that's all I'll do to change it and make it fit. I have 2 books of stickers that I use for scrapbooking. This first book has all of the letters in it, different stickers that you can use for lettering, and that's very full. I also have this other photo album that's a little bit falling apart. This has different types of stickers in it that are very helpful for my scrapbooking. So, but I know that I won't use all of these, so I'm going to go through all of my stickers and decide what I really want to keep. I think I have a little hack to trick myself when I am decluttering, especially something that I really, really love, like stickers. I actually have probably 4 photo albums filled with my sticker collections from childhood downstairs, and I've created an extra book for my kids too, so that they can have a sticker collection. It's just something that I really like, so it is a little bit tricky for me to declutter. Whenever something it can be tricky, or I am just a little uncertain of something, this is how I like to declutter. I make one pile for keep, which is obvious. I love it. I'm definitely going to use it. A pile for get rid of, that could be garbage or things I'm going to donate or garage sale. And then I usually make a third pile that's just a maybe pile. And typically by the end I can see that I have way enough in my keep pile that I don't really need to keep any of my maybe pile. It's just a little trick that almost always works for me. I may pull 1 or 2 things out of the maybe pile, but it's just kind of a way to go faster and to not get stumped on those items that are something I kind of like but don't love. These are all stickers that are for baby girls, and because most of my scrapbooking is about my having daughters, I would like to keep a lot of these. That's cute for bath time, isn't it? I want to make sure I don't have 2 things for bath time. I've already done a scrapbook page like that for my older daughter. You know, these aren't my favorite. Those I can put in the get rid of pile, keep pile. I like that one. I think I've already used my favorites off of this page. Those are adorable. First haircut, love that. I definitely could use that. Baby in pink. Have tons of ultrasounds, that'll be helpful. We typically go on a trip to the North Shore every fall, so I love to have some fall type stickers for my scrapbooking pages. But I think I have a little bit too many, and I love some more than others, so I'm going to go through those right now. This time I was able to do just a keep pile and a get rid of pile. I went through all the rest of this sticker book, and as you can see, all of these stickers fit in here rather easily. About 1 theme per page, maybe 1 sheet per page, so that's exactly what I wanted. And I have all of these miscellaneous stickers and punch outs and little scrapping papers that I am not going to keep. Next up is my book of letter stickers, and they all fit in here pretty well. I think what I'm going to do is look through for the packs that don't have a lot of the letters left and pass those along or throw those away, and maybe some that are just not my style, I'll get rid of those and just slide in the few that I have gotten as gifts recently and put these in, and then this declutter will be done. So these are all the stickers that I am going to get rid of, and there's actually a lot of all the letters, only a couple missing, so I think I will put those in the garage sale pile. I'm going to spend a few minutes downsizing the papers that I kept in my paper bin. The middle section is items that are to do, and the back section is items that are for future reference. And a lot of these I know I saved months and months and months ago, and I know I don't need them anymore. So it's kind of a nice system. You can put them here, know that you have a spot to look back and refer to them, but if you haven't used them in months, it's easy to declutter it a couple times a year. I just got done going through my paper system basket, and I have cleared it out as much as I want to right now. I am able to recycle or throw away all of these items that I know I no longer need a reference in the future, so that feels really good. I have two bins here that have my scrapbooking paper. I think I can pretty easily get it down to one bin and maybe use this bin for something else or get rid of it. I was able to get all of the scrapbooking paper in here. I didn't go through each individual sheet. I think I'll just try to use up what I can, and when I'm done with the girls' scrapbooks, I will be getting rid of all of it or barely keeping any. I have this really useful scrapbooking bag, and I have it separated out into adhesives, cutters, extras, letters, which that's empty now, paper, that's empty, pens, stickers, which is empty, and these are some extras also, and that one's empty. Wow, maybe I don't need this bag. I've decided I'm going to go through this bag and see what I really feel like I need to keep. I think that it's possible I won't be keeping this bag, even though I think it really did serve a good purpose in the past for me. I really liked how it stored things well and it held a lot, but if it's only half full right now, I probably do not need to keep it. So I am going to look through this and see what I need to keep. I already looked through this pile of Christmas stickers and cute little cutouts. I like them all, so I am going to put those in my sticker book. That's really where they should be located. Test these out and make sure they even work. Okay, those are good. This actually hasn't been very crisply cutting things for a while, although I do like the size of this cutter. But I did get another cutter at a garage sale that seems to be really nice, so I'll probably be getting rid of this one. This is what I decided to keep for extras. I really like to have some smaller sheets of paper to outline some of my photos. I liked a lot of these punch outs because they had lots of pinks and turquoises, and I thought they'd be good for doing some baby scrapbooking pages. I just kept a couple sets of brads. I did end up keeping this smaller cutter because I found the actual blades, and that was the one reason I really didn't want to keep it, was because it was dull. So since it fits in here, I'm going to keep it. Then a few pens and a couple rings that I have an idea for. I just haven't completed that yet. And also a few adhesives to attach the photos to the pages. I'll make it easy for you to find my playlist of my whole house declutter series. I'll put it in the description below. Click on it and see all of the videos I've made so far this year. There are over 30. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are interested in declutters like these, where I am going through my whole house and finding little sections that need decluttering for a whole year, and I am going to show you my messes, show you the after pictures, and give you a little bit of hope that you can get rid of some items too and make space for the things that you value, make your life just a little bit easier. That is my goal for this year. So I hope that you'll join me. Please subscribe and click that notification bell. Thanks. I'm surrounded right now by all of the things that I want to try to fit into the bottom of this china cabinet. I'm a little daunted by this task. I think I might have kept too much, but I don't really want to get rid of the old scrapbooks or everything related to making new scrapbooks that I really do think that I will use in the future. So we're going to try to make this work and see if I can keep this much. If not, we really need to keep it to this container. So I can't keep things outside of this area. I will have to let some other things go. Let's see if it works. That didn't quite work. Restart. Okay, that didn't work either. Take 3. I am going to sneak in a little before and after shot earlier than I normally do in the video, but here is the bottom part of the china hutch before I did the declutter. It was very full of photo albums, which were very hard to access. I was finally able to make everything fit, actually pretty comfortably, I think. I am still able to get this basket out, which is really in a good place for me. I like just being able to pop open this door, grab it out, and use it and stick it back in. I think the trouble I was having with getting everything in here was trying to keep these two things in the same cabinet instead of only putting scrapbooking things in here. So this box is filled with pictures from my husband's family, so that is important to keep. And of course the paper basket, I was able to line up all of the scrapbooks in here. All of the things that I actually use for scrapbooking are stacked up right here. So when I'm wanting to make a page, this is really the only section I need to look at. When I want to look through my scrapbooks, I guess I have to pull out this pile to get to them. But that was the case for my photo albums in here too, and I actually do look at the photo albums more often, so I think this is okay. I just finished the declutter and putting everything in the bottom of the china hutch. It was a little bit of a struggle to get things in there, so I'm feeling like, did I not get rid of enough? I really did go through everything, tried to only keep the things that I could possibly use in the future. I know scrapbooking is not going to be something I do forever, but there are some things that I want to really get done in my children's scrapbooking books, so it is something that I wanted to keep. As a minimalist or someone who is heading in that direction, I feel like maybe I kept too much, but you know, I do think that this is a process, and this is like one peel on an onion, right? I ripped off a whole bunch of onion on this declutter, and next time I'll probably do a lot more, especially if next time I look at this and I haven't done any scrapbooking, or I do accomplish the scrapbooking I want to accomplish, I'll be much more ready to get rid of those last few things. But let's take a look at the things I did get rid of. I can't believe how much was in there that I did not need. There's no way I would have been able to do this swap between the two cabinets. They would not have fit if I would not have gotten rid of all of these items. So I'll show you that in a second. I feel good about getting rid of this bag. It definitely served its purpose for me, but it will be really good for somebody else to have too. All of these items are things that I think I can sell or donate. They're still in pretty good shape. Lots of ribbons and papers and stamps and punch outs and brads and all of these scrapbooks and photo albums that I don't need. A few of those will have to be thrown away. They were falling apart, but most of them are still good. Also, we have this pile of garbage. So I will recycle and throw away all of that. That feels really good. All of these things, this is like I would need a whole nother cabinet to hold all of these. So thankfully, I was able to get rid of this much and make my life just that much easier. I really do love this part, the before and afters. It really helps me to continue on each project because I feel very inspired by what I got accomplished. So this is the cabinet that used to hold all of my scrapbooking items. It was starting to get extra full and I knew I needed to declutter. I am done with the photo album cabinet. At the top we have our wedding photo album, and then we have these other albums pretty much in order by date, with the oldest being at the bottom. There are a few more albums that I would like to label, but at least they are in here. And we do have some extra room right here at the top that I feel like will be perfect for the 8x8 Shutterfly books that I would like to create, so we have room to grow. I'm excited that all of these albums fit in here nicely and I can shut the doors. I do think it looks a little bit better than when I had my scrapbooking materials in here. So hobbies is an interesting topic to tackle. A lot of us have hobbies that we truly enjoy, and sometimes they do require us to have stuff in our homes. How do you organize that? Where do you keep your items that are for your hobby? And have you ever had a hobby that you used to love or thought you would love, but you really don't use those items anymore? How long did it take you to be done with those items and pass them on to someone else? I would love to hear your insight. Comment below.